daughters, and your wives. I'd like all the women in the room to stand up, please. Everyone take a look. These women in this room represent the women in your lives. If Dottie and Annette will remain standing, the rest of you can sit. These women represent the women in your lives that will lose their lives to heart disease. Please have a seat.
Retract that before I
But not these two particular women. They are going to listen to the message that I'm going to describe today. Heart disease is the #1 killer of women. More women die of cardiovascular disease than any other of the 5 causes of death combined, including all forms of cancer. Which is why I'm asking all of you today to go red for women. So what are the risk factors of diseases of the heart? There are risk factors that we can control, and there are those that we cannot. So we'll begin with cholesterol. There's 2 forms of cholesterol. There's LDL, which is considered saturated fats, and there's HDL, which are the non-saturated fats. When a person consumes too much saturated fats, it builds plaque on the walls of the arteries and causes blockage, which therefore your heart has to work that much harder to pump blood throughout the rest of your body. That's also known as high blood pressure, hypertension. Other risk factors for high blood pressure would be smoking, unable to be physically active, which also causes obesity, and obesity can lead to diabetes. Those are factors that we can work on to improve, to increase or decrease our risk for heart disease. Some factors we cannot control, things like age. For women, when we age, we develop other types of issues. Menopause, for instance, might mask some of the symptoms for heart disease. And so often, when women are having health issues, their doctors will discount the fact that they could be heart disease symptoms because they appear to be symptoms of other natural body issues, such as menopause. Gender, we cannot control our gender. We cannot control heredity and race. African American women are the #1 victims of heart disease. Hispanic women following that count. Stroke or other diseases that lead to heart disease. Stress. The use of birth control pills. Excessive consumption of alcohol and illegal drugs can lead to heart disease. What I'm going to do today, I'm going to pass these little cards out, and I'd like everyone to take some of these cards. Pass this back. Okay. I picked these up at the Go Red for Women convention. In the very front, it says, love your heart. Make an appointment with your healthcare provider. We need to know where we stand. And the very first step is talking with your healthcare provider. It takes less than 5 minutes. I did it on Monday. And I got this great little report that gave me all the information that I needed to know about where I stand for heart disease. It was painless. If you open the card, it's a simple little card that you can keep in your wallet. It has pertinent information that you can carry with you, and that it can remind you for the 3 follow-up visits, which typically is a year. But again, discuss it with your physician. So I want to go over some of these target numbers. LDL, which again, that's the bad cholesterol, saturated fats. It needs to be less than 130. So if you'd like to fill that in, you can. Your HDL, which is your good cholesterol, that's the unsaturated fats, needs to be greater than 40. That's fats that we get from vegetables. Avocado particularly is a good favorite. Your total cholesterol needs to be less than 200. And normal blood pressure is 120/80. Now your weight, body fat percentage, body mass index would all depend on your height, your weight, your size. So again, talk that over with your physician. And then again, you can keep a record for the next 3 visits of where you stand, so you can have a trend. So if you close the card on the back, so we've done the first thing. We've done our Go Red Heart check by communicating with our doctor. The next thing we need to do is exercise the majority of the week, at least 30 minutes a day. I thought I was doing great with the 30 minutes a day thing. I thought, oh, I have this down, I'm losing weight, this is great. But then when I read this, I was like, that's it? 30 minutes? We need to do it for 30 minutes a day. For at least 5 out of the 7 days of the week. Quit smoking. Quit smoking. Lose the excess weight. And limit salt and fat in your diet. Believe it or not, I've done an experiment for this last, I'd say 4 weeks. And simply following the food pyramid is really the best way to lose weight. And by learning how to read nutritional facts on everything you eat, everything, even the natural foods that don't come with these labels, look it up, nutritionaldata.com. By following this, it'll become a lot more easier to follow this, because you'll realize that processed foods are not the way to go. And then, know your family disease history. What a perfect opportunity this Sunday, when we come together with our mothers and our families, to talk about your family history, your health history, because it does affect you and what's going on with you. And then once we've done all these things, let's set and achieve heart-healthy goals. So make a promise to love your heart,